Top Lists, the top video channel. Want to see more videos? Subscribe to Top Lists for more insight, and don't forget to hit like to support us. Keep tuning in. Deep in the heart of America, there exist places abandoned, desolate, and shrouded in mystery and eerie tales. Imagine 10 such locations, each with its own aura of chilling intrigue, each more forbidding than the last. We're about to peel back the curtain on these forsaken spots, presenting them in a countdown format, but remember, these places are steeped in dread and danger, not meant for the faint of heart or the casual explorer. Let's embark on this chilling journey, starting with our 10th place. At number 10 we have the ghost town of Bodie, California. Nestled in the Sierra Nevada mountain range, Bodie was once a bustling gold mining town in the late 19th century. Its population peaked at around 10,000 souls, but the promise of wealth soon faded, and so did the town's inhabitants. When the gold ran out, people started to leave, and by the 1940s, Bodie was completely abandoned. It stands today as an authentic Wild West ghost town, preserved in a state of arrested decay. The buildings, still stocked with goods, are a silent testament to a bygone era. But it's not just the eerie stillness that sends chills down your spine. There are stories, tales of ghostly apparitions and strange sounds that echo in the dead of night. Some even claim to have seen the spirit of a little girl known as the Angel of Bodie. Now that's a ghost town you wouldn't want to wander into after dark. Next in line at number 9 are the Sloss furnaces of Alabama. These massive structures stand as a testament to the Industrial Revolution, once churning out iron products that powered America's growth. Operational for nearly a century, from the late 1880s to the early 1970s, the furnaces were a bustling hub of activity. But as time marched on, the once thriving furnaces fell silent. Their abandonment has led to an eerie atmosphere that permeates the area, with rusted machinery and crumbling infrastructure adding to the sense of desolation. Yet, it's not just the physical remnants that stir the imagination. Tales of ghost sightings and strange occurrences abound. Some claim to have seen the apparition of a former foreman, others report unexplained sounds and sensations. Skeptics may dismiss these as mere myths, but those who have experienced such phenomena swear by their authenticity. A remnant of the industrial age, it's a place that echoes with the whispers of the past. Coming in at number 8 is the Eastern State Penitentiary in Pennsylvania. This formidable structure is more than just a relic of the past, it's a chilling reminder of the harsh realities of prison life in the 19th century. Opened in 1829, this was once the most expensive and famous prison in the world, housing notorious criminals like Al Capone and bank robber Willie Sutton. The penitentiary was designed to inspire penitence in its inmates, with its church-like architecture and individual cells. Yet, its eerie silence and solitude often led to mental despair, rather than redemption. Abandoned since 1971, the penitentiary has since become a haunting echo of its past. Rumors of ghostly sightings and unexplained phenomena have circulated for years, adding to the penitentiary's spine-chilling reputation. Tales of shadowy figures, echoing voices, and clanging cell doors persist, making this one of America's most haunted spots. This prison may be empty of inmates, but it's filled with stories that will send chills down your spine. At number 7 we find ourselves at the Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Kentucky. A haunting relic of a time when tuberculosis was a dreaded scourge, this monumental building stands as a stark reminder of our not-so-distant past. Once a bustling institution, the sanatorium was dedicated to the treatment of thousands of patients suffering from the deadly disease. In its heyday, Waverly Hills was more than just a hospital, it was a community unto itself, complete with a post office, a water treatment facility, and even a zip code. However, with the discovery of antibiotics, the need for such a facility dwindled, and it was eventually abandoned. As time passed, chilling tales began to emerge from the shadows of the deserted sanatorium. Stories of ghostly apparitions, eerie noises, and inexplicable phenomena have woven a tapestry of fear and intrigue around the place. It's said that the spirits of the departed patients continue to haunt the hallways. A place where life and death danced a grim tango, it's a place where the echoes of the past linger. Next up at number 6, we dive into the waters of North Carolina to the Queen Anne's Revenge. This ship, a fearsome vessel from the early 18th century, was captained by none other than the infamous pirate Blackbeard. This dread figure of folklore, with his fiery eyes and monstrous beard, terrorized the sea lanes around the colonies. The Queen Anne's Revenge was his flagship, a symbol of his ruthless power. In 1713, the ship met an untimely end, sinking off the coast of North Carolina. But the story doesn't end there. The ship and its sunken treasures have become the stuff of legends, with chilling tales of ghostly figures seen wandering the wreck. Some say Blackbeard himself haunts the site, forever bound to his beloved ship. A watery grave for many, it's a place of hidden treasures and haunting tales. The Queen Anne's Revenge is a submerged reminder of a time when pirates ruled the waves. At number 5, we find ourselves at the Riddle House in Florida. This Victorian-style structure, originally built in the early 20th century, has a history as unique as its architecture. The house was first owned by Carl Riddle, a city manager and superintendent of West Palm Beach. However, the house didn't stay a peaceful abode for long. After Riddle's departure, the house was abandoned and fell into disrepair. But that's not what makes this place chilling. The Riddle House is notorious for the bone-chilling tales and legends that have been spun around it. Whispers of ghostly apparitions, strange noises, and unexplained phenomena are common, with some even claiming to have witnessed objects moving on their own. The house, once filled with life and laughter, now stands desolate. Its once cheerful walls now echo with an uncanny silence, and the air is heavy with a lingering sense of dread. It's a place where laughter has been replaced by silence and cheer by an eerie sense of dread. Coming in at number 4 is the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia. This colossal structure, constructed between the years of 1858 and 1881, was once home to thousands of patients. Built with the intention of housing just 250 souls, it ballooned to accommodate 2,400 at its peak, creating a dire environment of overcrowding and neglect. The asylum was abandoned in 1994, left to decay in the elements. But it's not just the physical deterioration that chills the bone, it's the stories, the legends, the echoes of the past that linger. Tales of patient mistreatment, bizarre medical procedures, and unexplained deaths. Stories of ghostly apparitions and disembodied voices that haunt the halls to this day. Walking through the asylum, you can't help but feel the weight of history, the heavy silence filled with whispers of a troubled past. The walls of this asylum have seen unspeakable horrors, and they're not telling. Next up at number 3, we have the Lemp Mansion in Missouri. This grand structure was once the epitome of opulence, built by the successful brewer, William Lemp, in the late 19th century. The mansion was a symbol of the Lemp family's prosperity. But as we delve deeper into the mansion's history, we uncover a narrative filled with despair and tragedy. The Lemp family was plagued with a series of misfortunes, from untimely deaths to suicides, leading to the eventual abandonment of the mansion. Today, it stands as a haunting reminder of its past, steeped in chilling tales and legends that add to its eerie persona. Rumors of apparitions and ghostly occurrences have been reported, with many claiming that the spirits of the Lemp family still linger within its walls. A once vibrant place of luxury, it now echoes with the silence of its past, casting an unsettling shadow over the mansion. A place of luxury turned into a house of horror. It's a place that has seen more than its fair share of tragedy. At number 2, we find ourselves at the St. Augustine Lighthouse in Florida. This sentinel of the sea, built in the late 18th century, is steeped in history and shrouded in chilling tales. The lighthouse, now abandoned, was once a bustling hub of activity, guiding ships safely to shore. It was home to a series of keepers whose lives were as turbulent as the stormy seas they watched over. Their tales of sacrifice, courage, and tragedy are woven into the very fabric of the lighthouse's walls. But it's the eerie legends that truly set this place apart. Whispers of ghostly apparitions, inexplicable sounds, and spectral lights have earned the lighthouse a place in the annals of the paranormal. Some even claim to have seen the ghost of a former lighthouse keeper, still tending to his duties after all these years. Once a beacon of hope, now it's a beacon of the unknown. The St. Augustine Lighthouse, a haunting testament to the past, continues to cast a long shadow over the Florida coast. And finally, at number 1, we have the Villisca Axe Murder House in Iowa. This unassuming white-clapboard house holds a dark and chilling history. Over a century ago, in the quiet summer of 1912, the unthinkable occurred. An entire family, the Moores and 2 house guests, were brutally murdered in their sleep with an axe. The case remains unsolved, adding an eerie layer of mystery to this already tragic story. The house was eventually abandoned, leaving behind only the ghostly echoes of its gruesome past. Legends of ghostly apparitions and unexplained phenomena have since engulfed the property, with many claiming to have experienced the supernatural firsthand. From hearing children's laughter in empty rooms, to seeing shadowy figures in the night, the Villisca Axe murder house has become a beacon for those drawn to the macabre. A place where a night of horror unfolded, it's a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the most ordinary places. Top Lists, the top video channel. Want to see more videos? Subscribe to Top Lists for more insight, and don't forget to hit like to support us. Keep tuning in.